So I wonder if these people are going for their essential journey to Tesco's and they all live in one household. Must be a bloody big house. Don't even acknowledge me. Don't you? Hello! So guys, I am just on the way to Tesco's and I have this. My BMW was, or is being serviced, change of oil, filter, etc. And a friend in the group has this particular bike. Was at the garage where I was getting my BMW service, and we got talking about this, and he's actually selling this at a very attractive price. And he kind of said to me, John, if you're interested, you know, one, take it out for a ride, and two, if you like it, you can buy it off me for X amount of pounds. Took it out for a ride. Took it out for a ride. Took it out for a spin. And absolutely blown away by the bike. The thing that hits you straight away with this bike is the torque. The torque is unbelievable. Unbelievable. It is the most torque I've ever experienced on a motorcycle in my life. And I've been riding for over 20 years. And I've ridden a lot of bikes, you know, out with your friends on a Sunday, swapping bikes, blah, blah, blah. And even not too long ago, I had the S1000 Single R, which is maybe why you're subscribed to this channel. And while the Single R is a fantastic motorcycle, oh God, there's so many motorcycles, they're all brilliant. Why the Single R is a fantastic motorcycle, this, for the road, it's got more torque, definitely, than the Single R. It handles just as well, if not actually better. And it is just a sensational bike, this KTM. It really is. So my friend Dan, who was at the the place where I was getting my bike service, basically said, you can take this out and you know, have it for a day or two, and let me know. And he's got my S1000 RR. So anyway, my point being, let's talk about this bike. This bike basically has everything on it. Everything on it. It's been decatted, so it sounds like World War III is taking place when you start it, which is great. It's got tyre pressure sensors which tell you the pressure in the tyres. It's got heated grips. It's got cruise control. This particular one as well has the quick shifter and blipper, which I know is a £500 extra from KTM, and this has it. So it has the blipper, the quick shifter. It has lean angle ABS. It has ABS. It's got 3 rider modes. Those Brembo brakes, best in the business, better than the ones on my S1000 RR, to be honest. They're the new Doobie Darbys. They're not the monoblock, they're the other ones, but you know what I mean. Basically, what I'm trying to say is this bike has everything on it. It's got the electronic TFT, links with your phone. It hasn't got electronic suspension on it. So obviously on my S1000 RR, I flick a couple of buttons and I can adjust the compression and the rebound and all that sort of stuff. This is done manually. Don't believe this has any preload on it, but you don't really need to worry about that because it's an upright bike. Unlike a sports bike where you're quite, you know, sitting on your wrists, this obviously you're upright, so you don't really need to worry too much, or I don't anyway. And the suspension on this is really good so far, the kind of riding that I've done. And I guess the main gem to this bike, the crown jewel, is that engine. It's that engine. I've never ridden a twin before. This is the first time I've ridden a twin bike. and I am really impressed with it. I am really, really impressed with it. And again, the thing that is really drawing me to actually probably buy this bike is how much money it is. How much money he wants for it is very, very attractive. It's a really good price, and it's basically ready to go. If you was to buy this bike, you want the quick shifter and the blipper, you want the Akropovic, however you want to pronounce it, pipe, you want it decayed. That's what you want on there, and it's ready to go. And there's probably things I haven't even spoke about this bike, but to ride this bike for the street, it's a better bike than the S1000RR for the street, 100%. 100%. It's got LED headlights as well. Kind of putting the cart in front of the horse there. Gone through a couple of review points, then I'm just talking about the bike. Anyway, LED headlights, and it just looks, I mean, Marmite, I don't know, love it or hate it, but it just looks absolutely insane. The noise, the noise of this thing, compared to my BMW is so precise. It's engineered so meticulously. Like, you can imagine the engineers at BMW like, it's a Vachon, we need this smooth. That sounds a bit French actually, but you know what I mean. They're all like basically saying we need this as smooth and as manageable around town as possible. Where this is brutally raw, and the noise, let me just start this up for you. Oh, the neighbours are going to love me. Listen to this. It's actually probably too loud. Oh my lord. That is absolutely ridiculously loud. It is obnoxiously loud compared to my S1000RR. Riding this bike compared to my RR, and I know they are two completely different bikes. The RR is built for just speed, comfort, well, you know, but this is much more of an occasion. When you ride this bike, it just is much more of an occasion. I can't think of a more appropriate word for it. It's the noise when you are yanking back that throttle on this. That front wheel is just bouncing off the tarmac. You know, the front is a little bit more flighty, and that's to be expected because it's not a sports bike. You don't have the weight sitting on your wrists. But then again, you know, it's kind of, what do you want from your bike at the end of the day? Hello there. Lovely day for it. I think their KTM is up there somewhere. Or they may be on the S1000RR. So I am massively impressed with this bike. Massively impressed. And I'm thinking about basically, I think gonna have this next to my S1000RR. I don't know, I can't, it's stupid having two bikes. I think that what I'm gonna do is probably buy this, sell the RR. I think, I can't believe I'm saying that out loud, but you know, if you haven't rode one of these bikes, go out and ride one. It's definitely going to put a big smile on your face. And I think for the street, this is a much better bike. And you know, realistically, I think my track days are over, if I'm honest. Going around brands and all that sort of stuff, and you know, you can actually do a track day on this, but I don't know. Oh. The only thing is, sometimes it can be too loud, and I think that is too loud. Like, you definitely need to get the earplugs out take her for a little spin. I think as well this actually weighs the same weight as my double R, maybe a little bit more. I know it's about 190 kilos dry, so with all of the fuel and all that in, you're looking over 200. But there isn't that much in it, and to be honest, when you got this in the corners, and I haven't got my Pirelli Rosso Corsa 2 tyres on it, this feels pretty good in the corners so far, and it's just it just wants to pull, and it sets pretty well. The dump was pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I think what it is, because of my double R, like, I wanted to feel that top end bike, you know, that you could easily live with. And yeah, I guess that changing to something like this is a better street bike compared to the double R, there's no question about it. The only thing that puts me off this bike a little bit, the only niggle I have, which again, all part of the occasion, the only niggle I have is at low speeds, put my teeth back in, it's a little bit like jagga jagga jagga, like your teeth are gonna, or you're gonna smash the fillings out the back of your, you know, see what I mean? People are just looking, it's like, what the hell is that? What I'm trying to say is, it's at low speeds, like fourth and third, it's really like, it wants to rattle the fillings out the back of your head, you know, like your teeth. You know what I'm trying to say. It's just really sort of choppy, and that's to be expected. I've been riding an inline 4 for like the last sort of year, and obviously before that couple of years I've been riding an inline 4, and this is a big fucking 1300cc twin, like, but that torque on the road, this is just so usable. But it's just so, it's so fun. This is a fun bike. This is really fun. Like, you don't really have to think too much about what you're doing. And what do I mean by that? What do I mean by you don't have to think too much about what you're doing? Of course you do, but I guess what I'm trying to say is this is easier to ride than the double R, I guess, just from the comfortability factor. So yeah. What I can do to sell my double R, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I can't keep both bikes. It's absolutely ridiculous to keep both of them. And out of the two, for the kind of riding that I'm doing, this is the better one out of the two. This bike has, this KTM, in my opinion, and I'm no super duper master reviewer, as you know, but this has loads and loads of character. It's much more of an occasion than the double R. It's much more comfortable, and I guess, look, at the end of the day, it's all dependent. If you open up your garage door and the bike that you see in the garage is the one that you're in love with, then it, you know, thank you very much, very polite lady, then that's all that matters. I don't think, you know, there is, I mean, the double R and this are like apples and oranges, and if I could afford to keep both, I would, but I can't really, so it's just going to be a case of one bike. And I think that this little puppy out of the two is just a better road bike. It's much more fun. Yeah, it's just the bike I think that I would prefer and I could see myself spending more time with. And as well, if I have to commute into London, if you know, all of this COVID stuff finishes, then I will have to commute back into London. Don't want to sound like a broken record, but this is going to be easier to commute on than 1 or 2 days that I do go into London than the double R. This is going to be better for touring as well, my trips to Cornwall, etc. So yeah, I think that this is going to be my new bike, guys. I really do. Speak to the insurance company tomorrow. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. What do you think? I mean, you've been following me. But yeah, again, I appreciate you watching these videos, watching this content. And I am literally at Tesco's. I know a lot of people say that just for the sake of it, but I'm at Tesco's to buy some essentials before I head home. And yeah, guys, look, if you like this content, please consider to get your little sausage finger and give it a little boop, boop, boop. Subscribe, like this content. It encourages me to make these videos. They take me hours to cut and edit and upload, blah blah blah. But apart from that, I will see you in the next one.